Vanakkam. In the year 2016, a well-settled, well-educated couple in Coimbatore claimed that their daughters were being held captive at the Isha center. Now, Isha denied that these allegations are false, and they released a statement by the two concerned women, and they asserted that it was their free will to stay at Isha. The case was later dismissed in the court. Though Isha came out free from a legal perspective, this particular incident triggered us to consolidate facts about Isha. There are two social activists who have been protesting against Isha for a very long time. One Mr. Shiva, another Mr. Yoganandan. And our reporter and journalist in Coimbatore, Mr. Arul, has helped us consolidate a lot of facts. Now, what is Isha all about? This center is located at the foothills of Velingiri Mountains. It is spread across 150 acres, and the built area itself is approximately 15 lakh square feet. Surprisingly, most of the buildings in Isha here are unauthorized. It is generally believed and said if there is a crime committed to nature, especially if you harm the forest cover, you will face the consequences. Even if you destroy 1 inch of the forest cover, you will be faced with serious crime charges. But here, Mr. Jaggi Vasudev has just treated the law like a piece of garbage. Now, what about the authorities and people in power? Did they take any action at all? Of course. There were quite a few honest people in the government machinery. They have also written letters to the concerned authorities stating that the buildings of Isha are not licensed properly. Let's refer here a letter dated on 19th of January 2012. This was sent from the forest ranger to the district forest officer in Coimbatore. He states that the Isha Center's buildings are located in a route which is frequented by wild elephants. And due to this, elephants are routinely leaving forest areas and they're getting into the farmlands and destroying the farmlands. Also, the electric fencing in all sites of this Isha center affects the daily routine of these animals, life of elephants, and movement of all wildlife in that area. Moving on 17th of August 2012, that is approximately after 8 months, Mr. Tirunavukarasu, the district forest official writes a letter to the headquarters in Chennai Forest Office. In this letter, he clearly states that the Isha Center has infringed the elephant corridors. Following on the 5th of November 2012, a stop work notice was issued by the Town and Country Planning Department to Isha. This is because Isha had already completed 60 building blocks there, and 34 were already under construction without even obtaining one proper approval. After this stop work notice, they should have submitted further documents within a month's time. They did not. Following this, a lock and seal notice on Isha was also issued. This was issued by the Town and Country Planning Department. Look at all these letters which were issued in 2012. Now, it is not true that all government officers are corrupted. We believe that we can easily buy them. But no, these officers are very good examples. They've been very honest, but they were unable to stand these violations done to nature and to the wildlife. Moving on, the district forest officer on the 22nd of February 2013 has written a letter to the urban development officer stating that the Isha Center has violated the rules, and he has submitted a report saying that they have forged a map, which is also rejected later. By these orders, they should have submitted the appropriate documents again for proper approval, but they failed to do so even after the stipulated time. Moving on 3rd September 2013, the Deputy Director of Town and Country Development Planning, this person writes a letter to the District Collector of Coimbatore after his own field inspection, and he states that the construction work at Isha was not stopped despite the stop work notice. He has requested the commissioner to issue necessary orders to seal the unauthorized buildings and reject all the proposals of Isha. Following on the 26th of November 2014, one Mr. Mukhaya, the director of town and country planning, he goes to Isha directly as they did not respond to any of the government notices. He warns them and says that the unlicensed constructions will be sealed anytime as they don't have any approval. On the 3rd of August 2015, the district forest officer, Mr. Senthil Kumar, has written a letter to the Coimbatore district collector asking them to take severe actions against Isha for violating all the rules. On 8th of August 2014, a group on Project Elephant and many other researchers, they come together. They've written a letter to the Tamil Nadu government stating that due to Isha Center's unlicensed buildings in this area, at least in the past 10 years, a total of 133 elephants have died. And these are due to various reasons such as train hits, elephants getting slipped from slopes, even electrocution. Did you notice this? So many letters, so many warnings from the government. But Isha didn't care a damn about any of these. The Tamil Nadu government did not take any serious action here. Instead, Mr. Mukhaya, who warned the Isha Center formally about sealing their buildings, was transferred to a different place in a short time. Apart from this, within a few days, the court had also agreed that Isha has violated rules in this area. A very well noted personality of Tamil Nadu, very respected politician, very honest person, Mr. Nallakhannu, comes forward in a press meeting and he reveals that Isha has been into a lot of unlawful things. Respected retired judge was also a part of that press brief, and he has also mentioned that Isha had used 13 lakh square feet space without any authorization for the buildings. One more respected politician, Mr. G. Ramakrishnan, was also part of that press briefing. I doubt what does these organizations like PETA, who are too much strategically planning to stop the traditional sports of our culture, like Jallikattu, what are they doing? They don't care about these 133 elephants that died because of destroying their own forest corridors. Now, as a result, these elephants have destroyed crops, a lot of people have lost their lives, their livelihood, and despite all this, we have the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, Mr. Edappadi Palaniswamy, the Lieutenant Governor of Pondicherry, Ms. Kiran Bedi, even our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi. They visit this place, Isha Center. Why do they come here? What has Isha done to the society? Now, what it is doing to the elephants? Do you think about this? These elephants live in harmony with the nature. And you yourself can see all these evidences and decide for yourself on what's happening. We want the people to know that the law is common for all and the government should act upon it. After all this, Mr. Jaggi Vasudev, who has violated all the laws of this land, has been conferred Padma Vibhushan in the year 2017. He was awarded by the central government. Thank you. Subscribe to Nakkheeran Neo. 32 years of unpersevered investigative journalism, now reaching out to the global audience. Hit the bell button for immediate alerts.